Mr. Chancellor, the Eminent Service Award recognizes individuals who have made outstanding contributions to the life of the university above and beyond excellence in carrying out their employment or volunteer responsibilities. It is presented on behalf of the Board of Governors, acting on the recommendation of the Senate. Mr. Chancellor, I now call upon Mr. Jack Rowe, who will introduce Mr. Tony Storey. Jack.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President. I've known Tony Storey for 45 years, since we began our high school careers together at the University of Toronto Schools in Toronto. And then as now, Tony was known for his innovative, industrious, and unflagging support of his school. It was as a result of Tony's enthusiastic critique of the benefits that Trent had to offer that no fewer than 4 of his classmates, myself included, investigated Trent as a choice for our post-secondary education. All 4 of us, by the way, enrolled and eventually graduated from Trent. Let me go off script for a moment to tell you about the time that Tony asked me to come and visit him here at Trent for the first time. It was at head of Trent. Tony knew that I had spent much of my boyhood and my teenage years sailing with my uncle in Long Island Sound in New York, and so told me that I was going to be part of a boat race. Little did I know it had nothing to do with boats. It had a lot to do with drinking of beer. Nevertheless, I came to Trent. So you can see, even as a freshman, Tony was a self-appointed ambassador for this school. When Tony first became assistant to the master at Otonabee College, those of us who knew him well realized the double-edged benefit of this appointment, both for Tony and for the university. He was and continues to be the perfect host and the unwavering champion for the school and all of its riches. You know, I can't begin to count the number of occasions that Tony would labor well past normal workday hours to prepare an event, welcome a guest, usher a visitor around the campus on an ad hoc tour, or see to the needs of his colleagues, all in the name of the university, never as a furtherance of his own agenda. It was the perfect fit, therefore, several years later when Tony was appointed Director of Alumni Affairs for Trent. It was almost as if the job had been custom designed for him. He has since brought all his skills to bear on the task of promoting and bettering the school of which he is so obviously fond, and done so regardless of time or distance required to accomplish that task. You might be interested to know that in his 27 years in this post, Tony has traveled more than 400,000 kilometers to visit alumni in every corner of our country. Tony's undaunted service to this university, and particularly the alumni community, has been unparalleled. He has the distinction of being the longest serving Director of Alumni Affairs at any university in Canada, and his efforts are being recognized by his professional colleagues at the Canadian Council for the Advancement of Education, who will soon be awarding Tony their 2011 Outstanding Achievement Award. On his watch, not only has the Alumni Association thrived, but in so doing, the profile and reputation of Trent have benefited beyond measure. So many of the alumni family are now active participants in the life of this university, and that is as a direct result of Tony's infectious enthusiasm when promoting this institution. Many others have been wooed to make generous financial donations to Trent. You will all be asked to do so shortly. In a continued litany of contributions to the school which have been sparked by Tony's unabashed, enthusiastic support of this university. Tony's decades of unselfish and unfettered service and commitment to Trent have not only benefited the university itself, but have also brought it much well-deserved attention and accolades from both the Peterborough community and the larger academic community. Trent's reputation for its friendly and supportive relationship with its alumni family is well respected across the continent, and that is due in large part to Tony's steadfast and enduring efforts. Mr. Chancellor, it is truly an honor, and it gives me great pleasure to present to you for the Eminent Service Award, my dear friend, Mr. Tony Storey.